Welcome back. Join us on another midwinter adventure, this time following a scattered itinerary exploring the Flinders Ranges region, dodging closed roads and gaping at the unreal scenery at every turn. Apologies in advance for the constant road shots, but I think they're cool, hence the starring role. So, into the video. Sending it out west was a day and a half before rolling into Broken Hill. Stopping to check out the mine, Royal Flying Doctor Service base, and a bit of local spotting before heading out to Silverton. Finding camp for the night and discovering that the Silverton Hotel donkeys don't work the night shift. Continuing west, it was across the border, but not before having to feast on the remainder of our fresh fruit and veggies. Rookie error. That night was a fresh one, pulling up just south of the Flinders Ranges region. Finally into the Flinders, we rolled into Rawnsley Park Station, a 30,000 acre working sheep station offering everything from luxury stays and helicopter tours to bush camping and four-wheel drive tracks. I'm sure you can guess what we opted for. Finding a cracking spot on the river, we set up camp and ventured up the nearby Pugliest Hill before settling in for a sunset and fire. A warrior. Here we are at the trailhead, St Mary's Peak. 20k, about 900 metres elevation. Let's go. I know I look like a bit of an Asian tourist, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's got nothing.
Are you gonna tell them?
Goats. A bunch of people have said that it's pretty rare for these streams to actually have water in them, so a lot of the gorges that we'll be going to the next few days apparently haven't had water in them in 50 years. And this is the first time, so although everything's a little bit wet, I've got pretty lucky. Leveling up now. According to all trails, now we just pretty much climb vertically into the sky. Wow. Pretty much this is just climbing up the side of a waterfall at this point. Oh. So we reached the saddle and now for the boss, St Mary's Peak. Let's go. How we get up there is beyond me. Let's find out, I guess.
Whoa. Holy. Whoa. Holy. This is high. Woo.
Woo.
Wow. Look at the mountains. They go in like a clear line. That's insane. Wow.
Burrito. And this is Wilpenna Pound.
Ah.
Unreal.
Ah.
Like a big volcano crater. But it's not.
St. Mary's Peak.
We made it. Signing off. High five.
Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely a welcome relief. And for the report card, 23k, 7 hours. What do we do? 827 meters ascent. Woo. Alright, so we got a bit more of a chill day today after our big day yesterday. We're going to head north, check out a few of the gorges, a couple of lookouts, and then up to Parachilda Prairie Hotel if we're lucky, and just see where it takes us. There's plenty up there.
Hell yeah.
Leaving Rawnsley, it's about a 20-minute drive up past Wilpenna before turning onto Bunyaroo Road. This scenic drive is about 30 kilometres of unsealed and unfiltered views winding through Bunyaroo Valley, with the impressive Razorback lookout providing panoramic views of the Wilpenna Pound Range, along with the surrounding outback landscape. As mentioned earlier, we got really lucky on this trip, as previous rains have left the gorges flowing, which is apparently quite rare. All the while, the roads are in good enough condition to remain open, with many river crossings to dip in the wheels. At this point, we're just racking up banana bread stops. We're going to start rating them. So we've come off Bunyaroo Road up Aruna Road, which is pretty well just a one-way up and back. And there's some ruins up here that we're going to go and check out. So sorry for all the landscapes. Fully prepared to once again be Trojan horsed by a tourist attraction, we were lucky enough to spot a few endangered yellow-footed rock wallabies, in their favourite habitat being rocky outcrops. More of these soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Climbing out of the gorgeous Bunyaroo Road, all of this adventuring had worked up a thirst. Into Parachilda. This place is pretty famous to us. The Prairie Hotel. Parachilda lies on the west side of the ranges, with the popular Prairie Hotel an iconic landmark. Cheers. Our last morning here at Rawnsley. Just had a really nice sunrise. We're heading north this morning up to Arkaroola, probably via Blindman. We'll see where we end up.
And that's a wrap on Rawnsley. We're off. Let's go!
Alright, so we've been sucked in. We've got kangaroo and red wine pie, a couple of coffees,
And a wagon wheel slice. Is that all pastry?
The mining town of Blindman signifies the end of the Flinders Ranges way and a turnaround point for most caravanners. Back on the dirt, we headed east. Alright, so the road's open, but it's classified as 4-wheel drive only. We've got about 150k. We've been keeping our eyes peeled and we've finally seen the Sturt Desert Pea.
It's a sand dune on the side of the hill.
Just pulled up to a nice little campground. We've got some lunch on in the Watootla Gorge in the Flinders Ranges. So now we're just going to shoot back into Arkaroola village, have a look around, and who knows, we might be back here. It's a good little camp spot. It's not too much around, so it's a good option. Arkaroola village is the central hub of the privately owned Arkaroola Wildlife Sanctuary, famous for their ridgetop 4-wheel drive tours and dark sky observatory accreditation, along with many accommodation options, restaurant, hiking and wildlife. So from our campsite you can see the observatory up on the hill. It says here they're only the second certified dark sky sanctuary in Australia, which is pretty cool. Hopefully tonight we might pick up a tour and check it out. They also do a range of full drive tours, they do scenic flights. It's a really cool station out here. What are we going to see?
Oh, wallabies.
Better keep an eye out.
So yellowfoots are related to tree kangaroos, and they can climb trees, they can hop backwards, they can step backwards, and they can throw their tail up past the vertical when they hop. Their scientific name is Petrogales anthopus. They don't answer to that, or anything else for that matter. They're a bit like cats.
So observatory. So our observatory night has been cancelled. Seems to be the first night in about a week that the clouds have just come over.
But we
saw them earlier on, but
we have seen beautiful stars in Rawnsley Park, so we can't really complain. But it is a shame.
Up this morning, beautiful morning, sun's out. We're doing the Mawson's Brigada walking trail. 8k. Huge. The signage on all these national park-ish walks here in South Australia is unreal. Every 200 metres you get one of these. Says how far you've been, how far back. If you get lost, then that's on you. Or you.
Not on me.
Definitely you.
No.
So we've made it up the observatory. Not a cloud in the sky.
course.
It's worth mentioning our plans have continuously changed to fit in with road closures as a result of recent rains. Farmers and trucks are heavily reliant on these outback roads, with closures after rain and subsequent flooding acting as a preventive measure to keep them as drivable as possible. Initially, we were heading up the Strzelecki, making our way back through Cameron Corner. Once this was off the cards, the Udinadatta was the plan, up to check out Lake Eyre. However, neither of the options came through.
So this is the reason we've changed our plans. Sign up there. Murdy to Cameron Corner closed. Apparently it's been closed for ages. Doesn't look like it's opening anytime soon either. On that, we've just come through Lyndhurst and we're just continuing north up to Maree and hopefully loop around, check out the Udinadatta track maybe. Bye. We've arrived here in Farina, quite a real historic town, just known nowadays for its bakery, which is open for 10 weeks, May till the end of July every year, and everyone here except the bakers are volunteers, and all proceeds pretty much go to building the town back up. There's not much here though. This is where the magic happens, the underground baker. It's very warm down there. They run they run the oven the entire time that they're here for about 10 weeks. It says this was built in about 1888 when there were about 100 residents in the town and about 30 houses. I reckon in summer there's a lot less than that now, but the tourists love the place. Alrighty, what did we get?
This is serious.
Nah, firstly we got a nice just loaf of wholemeal.
Nice crispy top.
We got here pretty late, about 3 o'clock. It closes at 3:30, so take what you can get, but star of the show. Vanilla slice. With the backdrop of the oven. Here at the famous Farina Cricket Ground. Near Scouting. Go to a pitch report. Rather impressive scorer's box. Great spot for watching the cricket. Outfield. Similar to Welby. Soft underfoot. As for the pitch, this is a nice bit of gear. Nestled between two train lines. Nice patch of concrete. Couple of day 5 cracks. Definitely turn and bounce in this one. The old Garn Railway that ran from Adelaide to Darwin, I'm pretty sure it was, ran through this part of the country, through Farina. As you can see, the old sleepers. Been here a little while. Hasn't been going for a while, I wouldn't say. Wait at the station, see what comes. We're driving the old railway. Navigate these roads and then on to Maree. Hope this isn't the main road. Maree to Roxby Downs, closed. Well, wrecks our plans. The Udinadatta shut. So this is our humble abode for the night, all 2 square metres of it. But we can't complain because Maree is on the intersection of the Udinadatta track, Strzelecki track's at the other end of town, and the Birdsfield track is down there I think. And so this entire town is chockers of everyone for just waiting for these tracks to open. Let's talk maybe tomorrow, but you just gotta wait and see. Should be a nice sunset at least. So same here. No update on the sign. Everyone's just got the same idea. Everyone's just waiting. Alright, it's the next morning. We've had one update, but unfortunately it's not the one we're looking for, so heading back south. But that's not such a bad thing, there's plenty to see. On the road. So to overcome the disappointment, come back to the Prairie Hotel, shock horror, and we've gone for the feral mixed grill. So we've got camel sausage, it's a bit windy, a normal chicken foot as it's stated, kangaroo fillet, and emu rissole, with a few other normal bits to the puzzle. So see how it goes. Yum yum yum. Really good. Emu rissole. Back into the Flinders. Woo!
Erie and the young archers of her cars were fluid as centaurs.
Alright, so last time we checked in, I think we were at Parachilda having some roadkill for lunch. After that we headed down Parachilda Gorge, checked that out, that was pretty cool. And then continued into Corn where we stayed last night, and it just pretty well rained all the arvo. And yeah, now this morning we're heading to Melrose at Alligator Gorge now, so I'll show you that in a sec. So Alligator Gorge is one of the more popular hikes, short walks in Mount Remarkable's National Park. I think there was a big fire here last year swept through, and you can tell sort of at the start, but most of it's recovered quite nicely as the bush tends to do. But these gorges, unreal. Might be getting some wet feet on this one. There's a bit of the fire evidence. Burnt from the inside out. So we're here in the mountain biking town of Melrose for the next couple of nights. It's just raining today, so we're going to play some tennis just at the caravan park. It's a really spread out spot, nice big property. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to hit the trails and check it out.
Hot and thirst.
It has just rained all night. We can't see a whole lot. It's just poured, everything's soaked. I think we may get out of here a bit early today. So the rain's got us, but we've come back to our new favourite cafe, Over the Edge Bike Shop. Just before we head off. Our first stop on the Murray for lunch, pulled up at Morgan. All it there, little ferry, old wharf up here. Had some floods. 11.3 metres, 1956.
Heading north of Renmark, we went seeking the point where the three states meet, but it turns out it's on private property. This camp on the Murray, however, was the next best thing.
So that was a pretty cool stop on the Murray last night. Now we're just cruising along pretty well along the border, heading south, and then we'll jump back on the Mano and head into Mungo today. Let's go. So this road is actually called Border Fence Road. So that fence right there is the border. And there's Mexico right there.
The elusive Mungo National Park is a tough one to get to after rains, having eluded us previously. Luckily, we caught a window to check out the lunar-like sandscapes within the World Heritage listed area, which holds the oldest evidence of modern human life outside of Africa, in the Mungo Man and the Mungo Lady.
We have made it to Lake Mungo. Got a bit worried because we had a few spots on the windscreen. As we were driving out here, we thought they'd close it, but nope. So this is the Mungo wool shed. It was built in the 1870s. Unreal.
It smells like sheep.
There's a sheep. And for the second time I've been here, the self-drive loop is closed. Unfortunately, that's what rain will do. Quick tour of our campsite here at Mungo before the sun sets. We've got for dinner some sausages and roast sweet potato in the air fryer. Just a smoky fire that's just started. The lake's just over there. So this is the next campsite, potentially the last, just outside Darlington Point, south of Griffith, right on the Murrumbidgee. Beautiful spot. Just to set up, we've got a bit of wood for tonight, chucking a bit more fuel in, should get us through to Wagga tomorrow. But sunset over the river, it's gonna be beautiful.
A misty morning wake-up signalled the end of the trip after giving the ute a bath in Wagga. 3,500 kilometres, dipping our toes in the beautiful region of the Flinders Ranges and beyond. Until the next one, thanks for watching.